Whenever I see a new gibbous sniper hard scoping while slowly walking to choke point then immediately getting a headshot, I think to myself, what an idiot. I then ask myself, what could that sniper have done to prevent that scenario in the first place? And it sounds like a simple answer, but you would be surprised how many snipers I see get it wrong all the time. I'm constantly seeing newcomers to the sniper class who struggle with staying alive and sitting in the far back of the battle zone, thinking they are invincible because they are far away from the big majority of the fight, only to get backstabbed seconds later. It's this false sense of security that really drives players to become blindsided and overconfident, ultimately leading to them leaving the class for good. It's a shame that so many people make these common mistakes and overlook one of the most powerful classes in the game. So I made this video to hopefully let new players know what not to do when playing sniper. Now the first hazard I see new players falling victim to the most is the spies. Now the spies are actually a very easy obstacle to overcome. The basics to dealing with spies is simply to unscope from time to time and check your surroundings. If you're staying in a vulnerable area where a spy could backstab you, then you should probably move to have yourself in an area less accessible but still open. And if you have the tools for checking invisible spies in the corners of the area, that stuff being Girardi or the SMG, then you should definitely do so. Checking corners and long hallways for spies is a pretty effective way to catch invisible spies off guard and take them out before they can get to you or your teammates. And I know some of the newer players in the audience are thinking, none of this applies to me, I have a better way to get past all this whole spy problem. And the game gives it to me right away. It's called the Razorback. Yes. Though you might be invisible to backstabs, you are not invincible to bullets, specifically revolver bullets, because spy has a gun. Given the whole Razorback charade, it will likely work on a lesser experienced spy. It will not work on any other spy with 2 or more brain cells that is still operating. But other than that, now moving on to the other surprising bait killers of newcomers to the class, other snipers. Whenever you're in the backlines of a battle zone and you spot the enemy sniper and he spots you, then you have to make the split-second decision to either do an epic sniper 1v1 or the better option, simply walk away. Now I know that seems a little backwards, but just let me explain, I promise it makes sense. The whole point of the sniper class is to see people first before they see you. Same goes for enemy snipers. So, if you both see each other and know that the enemy is there, then you can change positions to somewhere else that's not easy for them to see and catch the other sniper off guard. It's not exactly running away as much as it is repositioning. This is especially valuable if you know that the enemy sniper is a better sniper than you. It gives you the advantage in those special scenarios where you wouldn't normally be able to win those fights. Another advantage you can get over the enemy sniper is knowing where they are before you even round the corner. This can be done so by simply paying attention to the walls on the backside of the big battle zones and see if they have any sniper dots in them, indicating an enemy sniper is waiting there. Here's a clip I have that shows exactly what I'm saying here. I saw that dart, I'm not buying it. Also, knowing when a sniper is better than you can be more enough of a push and realization that maybe you should be holding a little further back so as not to be killed instantly. Just a thought. Speaking of holding the point back, let's talk about choke points. Now, the choke point in any map is where there is a small hallway or cutoff that forces people into a small zone, trying to get themselves through to the intelligence or the capture zone. Now, as you can expect, where there's a point where a bunch of people have come together into a small zone, it makes hitting your target a whole lot easier. But if you get too close, it makes it equally as easy to get yourself killed. The latter is typically what happens to the newer players. However, there are some simple rules for when your team is holding down the choke point that you can follow to ensure that you will be able to live through the chaos and probably get a few kills in the process. So, tip number 1, don't get too close. As you probably figured out by now, the class named the Sniper is not very good at close quarters combat. So when your team is close up trying to push through, you will be in the back holding the stranglers out who manage to slip their way through. Of course, this doesn't always apply, since if you're on offense and need to push through, you can find a point on the choke that goes through and is still safely fitted in the back to ensure that you will be out of harm's way. You see, whenever there's a bunch of people together in a small point, it will get cluttered and make it confusing as to who you're firing at and ultimately miss everyone somehow. It's actually a pretty simple fix for this one. Just choose a target and keep locked on them. However, this does fall down to one small issue that leads us into tip number 3. Target based on importance. If you're staring down the choke point and see the heavy about to get Ubered by a medic, who do you shoot, the heavy or the medic? The simple answer to this one is to shoot the medic. This is a vital support to your team that you just shot down, and if you're trying to headshot the heavy while they were being healed, then there's a likely chance that the one headshot would not be enough to kill them and will ultimately lose the opportunity before they can get Uber. The next topic I wish to talk about is the sniper's most typical downfall, that being hardscoping. For those who don't know what hardscoping is, it is when you keep your sniper focused for an extended period of time on a certain point. This causes the sniper to lose focus on their surroundings, ultimately leading to backstabbers, not knowing snipers were looking at them, and the infamous sniper tunnel vision. Now this is an extremely difficult problem to deal with, because it is so prevalent in class. However, I've seemed to figure out a way to work around this defect. Get your notepads ready, because this will be a very long and drawn out explanation. Right, got everything? Alright, here it goes. Now I know this may seem a bit difficult for all you sniper mates to get down, but with a little bit of time and practice, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it eventually. I know that there are potential snipers out there with amazing abilities to become experts at the sniper class. And it really is the small steps and tactics that would really carry you forward with surviving as sniper. I made a short list here about the topics I covered in case you didn't get it all down the first time. The list goes as followed. Be wary of spies and remember to spy check. Know when you have the advantage over enemy snipers. Hold back your choke point unless going on offense. Pick and choose your targets. And finally, do not fall into sniper hardscoping tunnel vision. I hope this video has been useful for you, and if there's anything important that you think I left out, be sure to leave a comment and I can address it in the future upload. But that's all I have for today, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Laters.
I'm gonna blow the inside of your head!
I hope your guys' Thanksgiving. Slice the Hawaiian roll in half and put like turkey and like potatoes. No, but that sounds good. It's like a sandwich.